Alright. This game is called Join. It's a game developed by Game Masters Group. Want to see how it's played? Take a look. Basically, the object of each level is to get this green bouncing face to the exit portal on the top right. The green face bounces up and down, and controls are limited to moving left and right. Through this game, you'll come across switches that cause certain parts of the level to disappear, teleports, and spikes that kill the player upon contact with the sharp end. I already tried in vain to find a decent screen recorder that could record Windows games full screen. Unfortunately, being unable to, I had to resort to pointing my webcam at the screen once again. This time around I managed to turn off all the lighting in the room and place the speaker next to the microphone in order to allow for sound playback. Not the most intuitive, but it's gotta count. Whatever works, works. SSSR, that's the Russian acronym for the USSR in Cyrillic. I also forgot to mention the presence of moving platforms throughout the game. Depending on who you ask, these can be either a help or a hindrance. And there, I just died from touching the sharp end of the spike. Thankfully though, there are no lives in this game, and so you get to play as many times as you want. And on the other side of the now broken wall is the USA. I'm not sure if it's supposed to symbolize the breakup of the Iron Curtain or something, I don't know. And that was some bad aim, let me try that again. I used to think that this level was impassable until I learned this trick. Impassable with an A, that is. Later on in this game, there's also blocks that disappear once you touch them, and then reappear a few seconds later. That's when I realized I forgot to press this button first before going. Well, wouldn't you look at that? It's the flag of Russia. Or at least that's how it appeared in the actual screen. The top part in the original was gray, the closest equivalent they could get to white, but the absence of backlights probably makes it look more blackish, making it look more like the Donetsk People's Republic flag. Unlike the previous levels in this game, this one comes off as a bit more sophisticated. Rather than press the first button, you're supposed to cross to the other side and hit the button there, because pressing the first button destroys the bridge required to safely cross. This button is designed to destroy the blocks around the spawn area, allowing the player character to go down further. Because the buttons have to be pressed in order, if you die in this level, everything is reset, including the blocks that were previously destroyed. Well, hopefully now you see why they have to be pressed in order. Oh boy, this level in particular caused a bit of frustration for me. By the looks of it, it looks like Pong, but with all these spikes blocking the way. Of course, the real frustrating part is the patience involved in beating this level. Well done, player! All levels are completed. Credits: Denis Grachov, Alexander Lobov, Vasya Garshin, Maxim Molokov, and Viktor Grachov. Original idea by Vasya Garshin and Denis Grachov, 1998. Masters Company, 1998 to 2001. Game Masters Group, 2002 to 2003. Thanks for playing. Goodbye. This game was, to say the least, relatively short, and I think that's how the developers wanted it to be. I guess that makes up for the lack of save points or a pause menu. It appears 1998 was when the first Join game was released, for the ZX Spectrum. The README even says that this is a remake of their first game on ZX Spectrum, originally written in 1998. The zip file comes with some Spectrum files that you can load on a ZX Spectrum emulator to play them. One of those games was apparently an unfinished project that had characters and a plot involving a UFO crash landing on Earth. It would be interesting to see how it'd pan out had it been finished. I'm going to assume, unless proven otherwise, that they probably lost interest and gave up. That notwithstanding, I can see two familiar names, Denis Grachov and Viktor Grachov. Two names I noticed on the end credits for Snoogles, which I did a walkthrough of in the previous video. I assume these two were the same people who later founded RetroSouls and began developing Snoogles and a few other games. Well, that's the end of Join Guild. I'll see you later, everyone.